Welcome, elite performers. I'm your performance psychology specialist. Over the next 30 minutes, we will comprehensively reconstruct your mental approach to competition. Understand this fundamental truth. Athletic excellence emerges from psychological infrastructure, not just physical training. Research from the Olympic Performance Institute confirms that mental factors determine 83% of competition outcomes before you ever step onto the field of play. Your nervous system's response to pressure isn't a weakness, it's your biological preparation mechanism. When pre-competition anxiety manifests as increased heart rate, trembling hands, or racing thoughts, recognize these physiological signals as evidence that your body is mobilizing energy reserves for maximum output. Your primary tool for harnessing this energy is the scientifically validated A.R.C protocol. First component, anchoring through sensory focus. Identify 3 distinct physical sensations in your immediate environment. Verbally acknowledge, I feel the precise tension in my shoelaces. I detect the textured grip of my equipment. I notice the temperature differential of inhaled air. This conscious sensory engagement immediately interrupts catastrophic thought patterns by redirecting neural resources. Second element, respiratory control mechanism. Execute the 4-7-8 breathing pattern. Inhale deeply through your diaphragm for 4 full seconds. Maintain complete stillness for 7 seconds. Exhale steadily through pursed lips for 8 seconds. Complete 3 consecutive cycles. Clinical studies document 28 to 34% cortisol reduction within 90 seconds using this technique. Final component, cognitive priming statement. Declare with conviction, my accumulated training exists within my neuromuscular system. This assertion represents neurological reality, not wishful thinking. Your brain has literally rewired synaptic pathways through deliberate practice. Trust this biological truth absolutely. During competitive execution, performance errors inevitably occur. A miscalculated strategic decision, a mistimed physical response, or technical execution flaw. This is not failure, this is data acquisition. Implement your 3-phase crisis response system immediately. Phase 1. Physiological diagnostic scan. Conduct rapid full body assessment. Where does muscular tension manifest? Shoulder elevation, jaw clenching, digestive discomfort. Consciously release these specific tension points through micro movements. Phase 2. Neurological reset protocol. Combine physical cue, double tap thumb against index finger, with verbal command, system reset. This creates simultaneous proprioceptive and auditory neural interruption. Phase 3. Temporal focus narrowing. Contract your awareness exclusively to the next 3-second action window. Only this specific service motion, precisely this defensive positioning adjustment, exactly this breathing rhythm. Eliminate scoreboard awareness, crowd noise interpretation, or outcome projection. Elite competitors systematically reframe competitive pressure as cognitive enhancement fuel. When internal narratives whisper performance deterioration, consciously respond, this physiological activation optimizes my processing speed and precision. Competitive distress represents opportunity for psychological evolution. Motivational depletion represents a natural training adaptation response, not character deficiency. When training engagement diminishes or competitive passion attenuates, implement structured diagnostic assessment. First, potential etiology, accumulated cognitive fatigue. Prescribe 36 hours of complete psychological disengagement, no competition footage review, no training analysis, no sports media consumption. Second pathology, purpose disconnection syndrome. Recalibrate foundational motivation through deliberate reconnection. I engage in this discipline to honor so zo waki waki. Third manifestation, skill plateau phenomenon. Activate micro-achievement sequence protocol. Execute 3 consecutive skill executions under 90-second duration with flawless technical precision. Following each successful repetition, articulate, technical execution verified. Conclude with comprehensive 2-minute highlight reel review featuring peak performance moments. Internalize this neurological principle. Motivation follows behavioral initiation rather than preceding it. Commence with microscopic action, one impeccably performed technical element. Subsequent actions naturally generate psychological momentum through demonstrated self-efficacy. Achievement compounds like capital investment interest through consistent micro-executions. Post-competition psychological processing determines longitudinal development trajectory more profoundly than isolated competition outcomes. Following competitive success, implement structured celebration protocol. Experience authentic emotional satisfaction for precisely 24 hours. Then immediately transition to analytical assessment. Which 3 performance deficiencies persisted despite favorable outcome? Subsequent competitive preparation must incorporate minimum 20% difficulty elevation. Execute victory while integrating unfamiliar technical element. Achieve dominance despite resource limitation. Complacency represents the most insidious threat to sustained excellence. Following competitive setback, initiate contained emotional expression. Engage in 90 seconds of unfiltered emotional release into physical medium. Towel scream, journal purge. Immediately destroy recording medium. Implement mandatory 48-hour emotional processing interval before technical analysis. Psychological wounds require physiological clotting time. Then commence forensic performance review. Identify precisely 1 technical execution variance. Example, knee flexion diminished 17% during ground contact phase. Construct 15-minute daily corrective exercise regimen targeting isolated deficiency. Competitive setbacks represent invaluable data transmission, not personal failure narratives. Your comprehensive mental maintenance system requires 6 minutes daily. Morning protocol, 3 complete cycles of 4-7-8 respiratory patterning, followed by declarative statement. Today I exercise absolute authority over preparatory processes. Evening protocol, conduct evidence-based inventory. What specific observable evidence demonstrates today's improvement? Then execute mental simulation. Replay corrected technical error visualization 3 consecutive times. Weekly enhancement. Implement adversity inoculation training. Practice critical skills amidst deliberate distraction introduction. Commence training scenarios with artificial disadvantage conditions. This constitutes psychological vaccination, not punitive exercise. Foundational identity principle. Consciously affirm daily. I am a competitor who experiences competitive outcomes. I am not equivalent to those transient outcomes. Your results represent meteorological conditions. Your psychological framework constitutes the enduring climate system. Internalize this performance architecture. Execute with relentless precision. Your cognitive framework represents the ultimate performance technology. Commence your evolution.